Hey, what's up, you guys? Today's video is kind of based around a series of videos that YouTuber Kristin Gehm does on here called 4 Looks, 1 Palette, which is basically where she takes a palette of eyeshadows and over the course of 4 days uses the shadows in 4 different looks to kind of show you ways that you can use the colors in the palette. With the Vice 3 palette from Urban Decay coming out today, actually, on the 13th, which I ordered, and I'm really excited about it, it kind of reminded me to use my Vice 2 palette that new palettes come out, and I just get really excited about those palettes, and I just seem to forget about older ones that I had gotten in the past. So it reminded me about the Vice 2 palette, so I thought I would do a series of looks based on this palette. Now, when Kristin does her videos, she does them all in one day. Or actually, not all in one day, but her 4 days are in one video. But for me, I think I'm going to do it over the course of 4 videos because the rest of my face is always different, whereas hers are usually, the same base of stuff. So I figured I would just do 4 different, face of the day videos, but the eyes would all be from the Vice 2 palette. So I'm just going to start with my face of the day. When I started out today, I used my Baby Skin primer. This is what I use every day, so this will never change. But I use this all over my face to kind of just blur any pores or things like that. And then I used my Boo Boo Cover Up Concealer. This also will never change. This is my concealer that I'm working through right now. So I don't know the shade number. I did get it in an Ipsy bag, but I just am in love with this concealer right now, honestly. And then today, since my face has been kind of breaking out lately, I don't know if it's like hormones or if it's like the weather, because in Wisconsin it literally went from like 90 degrees one day to like 50 degrees that night, and it's been like in the 50s since that day. So I don't know if it was just the sudden change in weather, but it's been breaking out a lot. Usually I use my Urban Decay Naked foundation, which is a really like thin consistency foundation, and it's real nice in the summer and things like that. But because I wanted to cover up a little more, I decided to use my Revlon Color Stay foundation, which I haven't used in forever, and I totally forgot how, thick it was and how much of a different consistency it was. It did cover, what I needed to cover, which was good. I'm in the color 180 Sand Beige, and this is the normal to dry formula. So I used that, and I used the Real Techniques sponge to blend that in. And then over my eyes, or under my eyes, I used the Bare Minerals Stroke of Light Concealer, which also probably will never change. I'm trying to use this up. Yeah, and then for my cheeks, I used the Maybelline Master Glaze Blush Stick in Just Pinched Pink. This is another product I'm trying to use up because I have not very much left of it. Just applied it to my cheeks and blended it out with a stipple brush. Same with this product. This is the Manna Sheer Glow Shimmer Lotion, which I applied to like the cheekbone area, like here to here. And also blend it out with a stipple brush. And I just really like the finish that this gives. I wasn't too sure about this at first, but I'm like slowly loving it and like fitting it into my routine. Okay, for eyes. Oh, and I set everything with a powder. This is the Mary Kay Translucent Loose Powder. So I set everything, face, base, done. So for my eyes, I started out using the Color Tattoo in Beijing Beauty. This was a thing that came out in their Dare to Go Nude collection. So it just looks like this. Mine's like really dry. I had to use my finger to kind of like warm up the product. But because of the cold weather, everything that I have out just kind of is getting really cold. And I think that's why that is. I'm going to have to like rethink my makeup layout area. So I used that for my base. It has a little bit of shimmer in it, but I think it goes good with this look. So then dipping into the Vice 2 palette. Ooh. I just remember when I got this and I was like, oh my gosh, it's beautiful. Okay, so these are the shades. On the lid, I have Stash, which is right here. I'm sorry for the mirror, if the mirror blinds you or something. But I have Stash, which is right here. It's a kind of greenish gold shade. Looks like that. I have that all over the lid, from, inner to outer corner. And then, because I wanted to kind of darken up the outer corner, I took Derailed, which is this color right here, which looks like this. It's just like a taupish dark brown color. It's real pretty. Like, this is one of my favorite neutrally shades in the palette. It's got like a silver undertone as well, so it's just really gunmetal gray. If that makes any sense. If you have the palette, you know what I'm talking about. So I have that in the outer third, kind of blended up into the crease a little bit, and then just on the outer part to deepen things up. And then I took Rewind, which is this bottom corner shade right here. This is just a like matte light brown shade. This is also the shade that I have on my brows today, so I'm not really going to talk about my brows, but this is what I use every day pretty much to fill them in. So I took that shade on a fluffy crease brush and just oh my god, there we are. I took that shade on a fluffy crease brush and just kind of blended out that edge to just make it not as harsh and to just kind of blend it into the rest of the look. And then for my highlight shade, I took Habit, which is this matte cream color right there, and just applied that as a brow highlight. But for the inner corner, which is the highlight I'm super excited about, I took Strike, which is this straight up yellow gold color here, and applied that as my inner corner highlight. I don't know if you can really tell, but it's like a goldish yellow color, and I just thought it really just added some uniqueness to the look. So it wasn't just like a dark fall smoky eye. It had like a pop of color to it. And then I took two Urban Decay liners. The first one is Black Velvet, which I just used to tightline, and then the second one is Hustle, which is a brown liner, and I just applied that to the lower lash line, and then using a color from the Vice 2, Ambush, which is right here, which is just like a shimmery kind of brown color. I just set that liner. I took my Lime Crime Quill liner, which is always like a staple on my upper lash line. My Rimmel Nude liner in the waterline. And then for mascara, I feel like all I say is there you go. For mascara, I used the Almay One Coat Get Up and Grow as my like lash primary type thing, and then the Urban Decay Perversion mascara over the top with 2 coats. And I love this mascara. It's really wet, like it's a really wet formula, which I don't really like, but it does apply like really well and just makes your lashes look huge, which I love. So that's all I really used from the Vice 2 palette. So that was day 1's look with this. And then my eyes were done after mascara. So moving on to my cheeks, I used the Bare Minerals, the Beach is Waiting little bronzer like trio. I used this color for contouring on my cheeks and jawline, and then this warmer shade here for my hairline, and then like my nose or lip or anything that I want else to contour. For my cheeks, I took this MAC blush, which I really am like trying to finish up, and it's Ambering Rose. I mean, I'm nowhere near like finishing, like I just want to use it more because I ordered it like last year and like have yet to really dip into it. So this is the blush. Nobody really talks about this at all. It's just a really nice like reddish fall color blush, and I just think it's really pretty. Like just blended out. Like, it just makes a really pretty, like, fall, you know, glow, I guess. So this is what I have on my cheeks. And then for highlight, I took the Warm Nude Shimmer Brick from Physicians Formula, and just using the top 3 colors, I just blended those together and made my, like, cheek, tip of the nose and chin highlight. And then for lips today, which I'm in love with my lips. Like, as I'm making this video, I'm looking at my lips because I feel like they just look so huge and good. I took this little sample of a Makeup Forever lip liner, which I'm in love with this color. I'm gonna have to, like, buy the full size. But this is in the color 3C, which just looks like that. It's just a really pretty, like, brownish pinky nude, if that makes any sense at all. Like, pretty much my favorite, like, nude lip in a lip liner, pretty much. And then over the top of that, I used the Enchanted One lipstick from MAC. This is from their Alluring Aquatic collection. It was the color that everybody had to have, and it's a matte shade. Here, I like removed the lip liner swatch for some reason. So there's the liner, there's the lipstick, and then over the top of that, like right in the middle of the lip, to just kind of give some extra plumping, I used my favorite lip gloss. This is the MAC Water Deities lip gloss from the Alluring Aquatics collection. Oh my gosh, I'm dropping everything. Which just looks like this. And it just applies so well. So there are all the lip things. The gloss is right there. You can see because it's really glossy and stuff. But those are what I have on my lips right now. I just think the combination is just adorable. And that lip gloss goes so well. Like, on any middle of the lip, in any nude lip you have, it just goes so good. And I just love it so much. So that was my face of the day. It was really long-winded, and I might just type my face stuff in the bottom instead of going through the entire thing. But I really wanted to share the look that I did with this palette because I'm in love with it, and I thought you might be too. If you don't have the Vice 2 palette and you want to create a similar look to this, as I was making it, I realized that you could probably create something similar using the Revlon Color Stay Quad in Adventurous. It has a lot of the same colors. It's got like a olivey green shade, 2 browns, including a darker matte brown, and then a white highlight. So you could probably make a similar look to this using this quad if you really, wanted, because you can't get the Vice 2, I don't think, anymore. So if you wanted a similar look like this, you could probably do it with this palette. But regardless, this was day 1 of the 4 looks 1 palette challenge thing. Thank you to Kristin Gehm for making these videos so that I can also make similar videos to this. And I hope you see this because you're fellow Wisconsinites! Yay! So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this really long-winded video, and until next time, I will see you guys later. Bye!